Today, June 4th, we had a lot. We had the conjunction of Venus and the Sun, the Venus star point in Gemini, also the conjunction of Mercury and Jupiter in Gemini, and the perfection of the trine between Mercury and Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. So everything happened today. Something that I wanted to repeat, I think that I mentioned this in the video of the new moon, is that this Venus star point is connected with the one that happened in June of 2020. But right now, it is happening with Venus direct. So we are closing a cycle, and because this is part of the configuration of the new moon, we are also in a beginning. We are recognizing a desire of the soul, and we have this next months to manifest it, to go in that direction, to align ourselves with that. The next Venus star point that we are going to have is going to be in March of 2025 in Aries. We are not going to have Venus star points in Gemini in 4 years from here, and 4 years and on. So well, it is important to take in account this square that they are creating with Saturn in Pisces, because, one of the polarities of Saturn could be linked with this, levels of exigency, this inner critic many times that establish barriers, the inner obstacles. And in this case, they are very linked with the mind, with all of these planets in Gemini. The conditioned mind could be very, very active, a lot of voices that are not trusting in the path, that are not trusting the process. And precisely Jupiter invites us to trust, to have faith in this inner guidance. So also, because Mercury is doing this trine with Pluto, we are going through a transformation of old thoughts, old structures of thought too, which are beliefs, and they are linked with Jupiter, that cannot accompany us in the next level of our process. And Jupiter is this planet associated with opportunities, with expansion, with growth, but also is an amplifier. So it is amplifying everything that already exists. And, it is good too, because we can identify the kind of thoughts that are not helping us anymore. And the way we can work with them is by practicing presence, observing them and understanding that they respond to conditionings, to experiences of the past, acquired programmings, and we can observe these thoughts, and understanding that we don't have to identify with them. So well, I think that this is the main work with our conditioned mind every time, that is creating these barriers. Because when we talk about Saturn, the obstacles are always, the obstacles outside are always a reflection of the inside. So many times our own thoughts are in opposition, of the coherence with the inner self. So that's why we have to work a lot with them, especially with all these planets, right there. So well, I think this is all that I had to say today, and that in briefly we are going to feel the square between Mars and Pluto. Which is also in a certain way part of the configuration of the new moon. And that it is a more uncomfortable process, because it is about acting in something that requires for us to leave a known space, to face fears, to empower ourselves through gaining back our power to the things that we have ceded, to the fears that we have fed with our own energy. So, well, this is very important, but remember that we are in this beginning, and this is about manifesting this desire of the soul. And the process is linked with staying very present and, building in the here and the now, what contributes with our well-being, and with our purpose of the soul. So, well, family, I am ending the video here. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.